Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Ulsil, and today we're going to do an update on my Pan Those Eyeshadows project. And I'm very excited about today's update because I have managed to reach my goal on 3 out of the 5 eyeshadows that are currently in my project, and I've also reached a bonus pan that has nothing to do with the project in one of my eyeshadows, my other eyeshadows. So this is very exciting. I get to roll in 3 new eyeshadows, and yeah, this is so much fun. I love this project, I have to say. And I'm so pleased and so happy that I decided to do this with my single eyeshadows this year, because I've always done a Pan That palette, which I probably will do next year as well. But just as a break from my palettes, and to make sure I focus on my single eyeshadows, and to make sure I love all my single eyeshadows and get some use out of them, I wanted to focus on those for this year. So anyways, we're gonna get started with the Wet n Wild Nutty. I hit pan after using this 53 times. So I have officially reached my goal on this one. It's the smallest pan that I've ever made, I think. But I was really focusing on this one, and once I hit pan, I was like, okay, now I can focus on some of these other shades as well. But hopefully you can see, I know it's tiny, but it's still there, so it counts. Yeah, I enjoyed this eyeshadow so much, and it was kind of interesting actually, because last time I rolled in the MakeupGeek Homecoming eyeshadow, and that's a very similar eyeshadow. I also reached my goal on this one, which was to use this for 15 times or 15 uses. I decided to do that to make sure I focused on this other taupe, metallic taupe shade I had in the project, and I think that was a good decision. Now, I wanted to compare these two a little bit because they're very similar, and I will say my favorite out of these two are the Nutty, just because it just gives off more of a punch. It's more metallic, it's more opaque, it's more pigmented. It's very like creamy. It has a more creamy texture. This is a drier formula, or it could be that it's too old, basically. I didn't mind using the Homecoming from MakeupGeek at all. It's a beautiful shade, but if I were to choose between these two, I would have chosen Nutty. I've now learned to use the word gold nugget, and I think that out of these two, the gold nugget in my makeup collection is the Nutty from Wet n Wild. But anyways, I'm rolling both of these out today, and we'll see. Maybe in my next declutter, I will decide to let this one go. It's very hard though, because I don't have many MakeupGeek eyeshadows. They're out of business as far as I know, and I love Merlina, and I just want to kind of show her the support. But at the same time, I don't know if I need two metallic taupes that are this similar when it's very obvious to me that this is my favorite. So I don't know, I have to think about that. Also, I absolutely love taupes, metallic taupes, and taupes in general, so I might keep both of them, but I'm gonna have to think about that. A little close-up of the Homecoming shade from MakeupGeek. But yeah, I reached my goal on both of these, so I'm really happy about that. Alright, and then we have Inglot, the gold, metallic gold shade from Inglot. This is number 155, and this has been in my project since the, well, not since the beginning maybe, at least very early on. And I have used this so far 61 times, but my goal is to hit pan. And I still think there's quite, it's still going to take a while, I think, before I reach my goal on this one. So there's the progress. I don't know, there might be a chance that I will hit pan on this next time, but I honestly don't think so. I love this eyeshadow though, so I have no problem keeping it in my project. The next shade that I managed to reach my goal on, I'm so excited, is actually Inglot shade, and this is probably the first Inglot eyeshadow I own that I managed to hit pan on, and this is the Inglot number 344, a light matte taupe shade with a little bit of like purple hue to it. It's gorgeous. This is what that one looks like. So pretty. And with this one, I had 31 uses before I hit pan, but I will say I've used this many times after I hit pan. I use it pretty much every single time I do my makeup because it goes so well with the other taupes, the other shades I have in my project at the moment, but also just in general a beautiful crease shade. So it works well with a lot of the eyeshadow looks that I like to do. So, but I will be rolling this one out now. I have really enjoyed it. It's definitely eyeshadow I will keep in my collection. And then lastly, I have the MakeupGeek Luna eyeshadow, a very popular eyeshadow back in the days. I tried to see if I could find a video on YouTube where they had used this eyeshadow, like a makeup look video. Was not able to find it anywhere, so I just needed some inspiration, but this is such a gorgeous eyeshadow. I have not reached my goal of hitting pan on this one yet. I've used it 17 times so far. This is what that one looks like. So these two, the gold and MakeupGeek Luna, are the only ones that stays in this project, and I will be rolling in 3 new shades. But first I want to show you my bonus shade for this month. I actually hit pan on my makeup store. This is called Ruby Micro Shadow. One of my favorite shades, but it has kind of lost its pigmentations. It's a very old eyeshadow in my collection, but I'm so happy about this still. Look at that. That's always so much fun when you hit another like surprising pan. So fun, and this is such a beautiful shade. Anyways, I will be rolling in 3 new eyeshadows. I'm just gonna show you some of the makeup looks I did this time. So I did experiment a lot and combine a lot of these shades with my new Colourpop The Child palette that I purchased recently, and I've had so much fun doing that. So I will save some of those makeup looks for my upcoming video doing kind of a review on that palette. But let's see, gosh, I have done so many eyeshadow looks this time around. I'm not sure which ones to choose. Yeah, I did the latte kind of viral eyeshadow makeup look a few weeks ago, kind of similar to what I have on today, and I did use a little bit of Homecoming like on my lid, and that's probably one of my favorite eyeshadow looks this time around. I did so many eyeshadow looks this time around. I have to kind of choose. I can't show you all of them. Well, alright, I did this one with the Charlotte Tilbury Ice Mesmerize base in Pillow Talk, and then I did the gold eyeshadow from Inglot on top of that, and also some purple eyeshadow. Do I have that? I think that's this one. This is just a super old. Where's this from? Is this from the Zoeva palette, I think? Yes, just like a matte mauvey lavender purple. eyeshadow. And then I did the NYX Azure eyeliner and the Model Co lip liner on my lips and on my cheeks. Alright, this next one looks so simple in the picture, but I did kind of combined several different shades. So I did the Natasha Denona Galaxy shade from the Mini Retro palette on the lid. I did the matte taupe from Inglot in the crease. I also applied some of the, it's called Little Frog, I think, from the Child palette on my outer V, and then a little bit of Nutty from Wet n Wild, just between the Little Frog, and a new cream eyeshadow that I purchased from Beauty Act, which is called Go for Green. It's a green metallic, beautiful, beautiful shade. And then, yeah, and then on top of that I did the Galaxy shade, and I also did the eyeliner from NYX in Azure. So it was kind of a more complex eyeshadow look than it actually looks, but it was very fun to do. Then this next one, I did all the project eyeshadows I had this time around in my project, and I did the gold one on my lower lash line, and I also used the Charlotte Tilbury Ice to Mesmerize cream eyeshadow in Pillow Talk as a base. And I forgot something on my lips. Oh, and with this next one, I wanted to show you what this makeup store eyeshadow looks like. So I have that kind of as a halo, and I did the Inglot, a yellow, matte yellow shade from Inglot in the crease, and also a little bit of the gold eyeshadow from Inglot in the middle there. And lastly, I have this pretty simple eyeshadow look with the Charlotte Tilbury cream eyeshadow as a base, and I have Luna from MakeupGeek on the lid. I've written Babyface. Is that the name of one of the eyeshadows in the Child palette? Most likely. In the crease. I have Sipping Soup in the inner corner, and then I have Little Frog on the outer corner. And then I have my Isadora Twist Up Glossy Stick in Think Pink on my lips. Those are all the looks I wanted to show you this time. Let's go ahead and choose some new eyeshadows to roll in. Oh, this is the most exciting part. So we have 3 new eyeshadows to roll in. Okay, let's have a look. There you go. Oh, we have the Colourpop Supershock Shadow in Prickly Pear. I know I had one of the Colourpop Supershock shadows in my project earlier, but I don't think it was Prickly Pear. Or was it? We're gonna see, but I don't think it was. So if I haven't had it in my project yet, actually, I think I have it written down. No, I have a Party of 5 was the other eyeshadow I have had in my project earlier this year. So I will choose that. I'll find it in just a second. But let's top it one more time. That's Cocoa Bear. That is an eyeshadow from MakeupGeek that I already have. Like, I use it all the time. I have already had it in my project earlier this year, and I did hit pan on it, so I won't roll this in again, because one of the main points of this of using the single eyeshadows in my collection for this project is to rotate and get some use out of as many as possible. So I'm gonna roll it yet again. We'll see. Again, the Zoeva Purple eyeshadow I've also had, or no, the Zoeva Purple I am also using consistently, so I'm gonna roll it again. Sorry guys, this is a little bit chaotic, but I don't want to roll in eyeshadows I use anyways, if you know what I mean. I want to give myself a little bit of a challenge. Let's roll it again. What? Hold on. Can I reset the wheel? Let's do that. Maybe that helps. Okay, we got the Inglot yellow. I don't believe, no, that has not been in my project yet. I had the green, I haven't had the yellow. That's great. I have used that a little bit. I've used it once during these past few weeks, but I'd love to use it some more, so that's nice. And then lastly, hopefully, the last eyeshadow will be the Inglot Red. I also, maybe we're like hosing down on the amount of shades that I haven't yet used. I do believe that the red one has been in my project as well. Yes, it has. Sorry guys. The Charlotte Tilbury eyeshadow is currently in my Pruners in Cream project, so I am already working on that. Let's roll it again. This is so much fun. The Inglot Metallic Silver. Yes. Definitely a shade I would like to work on. I have barely used that one since I got it. Maybe like a handful of times. Not even that, I don't think. So I'm gonna go and get the shades that I chose, and I'll be right back. Alright, this is so exciting. First off, we have the Colourpop Super Shock Shadow in Prickly Pear. Beautiful shade. This is what that one looks like. I haven't used this very much yet, so I'm really glad that it was chosen. I'm gonna have to think about my goals for these eyeshadows for just a little bit. Then we have my Inglot Rainbow eyeshadow. So these eyeshadows, by the way, from Inglot are from the Freedom Systems that they have from Inglot, but this one is the rainbow version where they have 3 eyeshadows in one, sort of. So this is what this one looks like. A really nice matte yellow eyeshadow. I often just swirl the brush around and I get one color, but I'm gonna experiment with this one a lot more now that I have it in my project. And then we have the silver metallic silver eyeshadow, again from Inglot, number 151. So this is what that one looks like. As you can see, barely used. I'm gonna swatch all of these so you can see them swatched. Alright, this is so interesting, but I don't know. Here you can see all of the 3 matte yellow eyeshadows from Inglot swatched. They look pretty much the same if you ask me. Then we have the metallic silver on top there, such a beautiful shade. Then we have the gold shade from Inglot, and then right here, doesn't these look kind of similar? Very similar if you ask me. The top one is the Prickly Pear from Colourpop, and the bottom one is Luna from MakeupGeek. I will say, just from swatching them, the Luna eyeshadow is 10 times better. Just more creamy, and I purchased this earlier this year, yes, and it's already getting dry. So, and Luna I had for years, many years, too many years, but it's still so nice and creamy. So I can probably tell you off the bat that my favorite out of the 2 are Luna. I feel like the difference is Luna is more creamy and pigmented. Prickly Pear does have some is it silver sparkle? Maybe it's gold sparkle. It has some sparkle in it. But they both have like a rose gold base, and they're both beautiful. But it's going to be interesting to compare them on the lid and how they are to work with. So let's see, we have to figure out what goals to set on these different ones. I mean, the Luna still has the goal for me to hit pan. I still have a goal of hitting pan on the gold shade. Then on the, oh gosh, I also think I want to try to hit pan on this one, but maybe it's too much. They're quite easy to hit pan on these Colourpop shadows. I think I want to try to hit pan on this one. Yes, the Colourpop Prickly Pear. And then as for the silver and the yellow shade, I want to use both of these 30 times. I don't want to hit pan on any of these, but I think it's reasonable and quite the challenge to try to use these 30 times. So that's what I'm going to do. So that's my color story for this time around, and it's going to be interesting. Do you think that the gold shade and the rose gold shade would work together? I think so. Kind of, yeah. And of course the gold, matte gold, the matte yellow and the gold shade is going to work together. But what would I pair with the silver shade? I wonder. That's going to be interesting. Please leave some suggestions in the comments below. What should I pair the silver with? That does it for this update. I think that was a long one. Sorry. But yeah, this was very fun and very exciting. Can't wait to play around with these new shades. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!